Welcome everybody to Pinkies Up. This is our third episode and it's November while we're recording, so we've got Thanksgiving on the mind. And the recommended wine pairing for turkey is Pinot Noir. And I love Cabernet. So in case you're new to Pinkies Up, we aim to answer questions that regular people like me have about wine. So tonight we're going to be answering the question, what Pinot Noir should you drink if you're a Cabernet lover? Join us.
Welcome to Pinkies Up, a series where we answer questions normal wine drinkers like Bridget have about wine. I'm Nick, and I'm here to answer these questions in a way that makes sense whether you drink your wine with your pinky up or you drink it in a solo cup. Let's see what's going on this month. Hello everybody, it's time for the newest edition of Pinkies Up, our wine series on the Dinner Plus Drinks podcast, and I'm really excited about this one because it's a challenge. What question are we answering today, Bridget?
So the question we're answering this week is, what Pinot Noir should you drink if you are a Cabernet lover?
So I take this one very personally because
As do I.
I am a Pinot Noir lover. This household, we drink the Pinot Noir, the red Pinot. Thanksgiving is coming up when we are filming this.
Yep.
And we really highly recommend Pinot Noir as a great Thanksgiving wine. So
Which always makes me nervous.
Yeah, so we did a wine pairing video for Lake Geneva Country Meats. We can put a link into that if you're interested in that. And it was a bunch of Pinot Noir, and we tried some, and Bridget.
Okay, I said it makes me nervous because Nick always tells me to drink Pinot Noir. I'm like, because I love Cab, in case you haven't realized that or put that together. But I will say, I think that we're going to be able to find a Pinot that I might like, even though I love Cab.
So
that's what we're going to answer. We'll see.
Today, I have three hypotheses on what way you can find a Pinot Noir for a Cabernet drinker. Okay. So I have three answers to the question of what Pinot Noir should a Cabernet drinker try.
So do you want to know why generally I feel like I don't like Pinot?
Yeah,
Which
why?
Is BS, okay?
I think that's a great... No, Pinot Noir is a lighter grape.
Yes,
Cabernet is a heavier grape. So is it just the body?
Nick is answering my question. Yes, Pinot Noir was the first red wine I started drinking when I started drinking wine. So this is like when you drink the gas station cappuccino and say that you like coffee. Like, no. So I was probably drinking crappy Pinot Noir. So
Mark
it was
West.
Who knows? Honestly, I don't even remember when I started drinking wine, but it always felt watery, if you will. I mean, now it feels watery, I should say.
So I knew that would be your thing. So how do we find something that doesn't taste watery?
Hey, regular people like me use proper terms like that.
So, no, that's thin would be the proper descriptor.
Thin.
So I have three hypotheses. The first one is you should find a Pinot Noir that doesn't taste like Pinot Noir as a Pinot Noir for a Cabernet drinker.
Okay, so as a Pinot Noir drinker, do you like this one that doesn't actually taste like a Pinot?
So this is Meiomi. It is a huge national brand. You've perhaps had it or heard of it. It got
Widely
sold for
available?
a gajillion dollars. We don't sell it at the store, and I'll tell you why. So in America, when something says Pinot Noir, it doesn't have to be 100% Pinot Noir.
But in other countries it does, and this is American.
So another question, it kind of varies, and if you see like a single appellation, like if it says Oak Knoll in Napa Valley, then it has to be 95% of the grape listed.
Okay.
So right now, this is only 75%.
Oh.
There is Syrah in this wine.
I was like, is there?
This is overly extracted. There is Syrah blended in to make this Pinot Noir heavier, more fruity.
Are you making me drink out of these proper glasses instead of my Pinkies Up glass?
I even have proper glasses this time
but
because...
this is what I drink out of on this episode. Okay, we'll just leave this here and in the foreground for you all to look at.
So get Pinot Noir that doesn't taste... Let's see, Bridget, what do you think of Meiomi?
Okay, what would be the most forward flavor in this?
Like black currant.
Yeah, I taste that a lot, but
licorice.
This is far less thin than I would be normally used to.
Because they blended a bunch of grapes that aren't Pinot Noir.
Honestly, I don't... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't probably pick this above a Cab still. But it does taste less thin. The thing I don't like about Pinot is how thin it tastes. You guys see how well I'm using that term now?
Pinot Noir got really popular after the movie Sideways because they were all, you know, screw Merlot, drink Pinot Noir. And people actually that shifted from drinking Merlot to Pinot Noir because of the movie still wanted something a little bit more body. Yeah. So these wines like Meiomi have crap blended in.
I see that Nick isn't feeling this. Not feeling this Pinot is one of your faves. I like it. easy to drink.
There's like petite Syrah in there too. It's got these like eucalyptusy flavors that have no business being in Pinot Noir.
I don't like whatever. There is a very forward flavor.
There's a lot of science in this wine. You know, wine making.
Not very natural.
There's a blend of art and science when it comes to making wine. And this one goes more towards science.
I'm going to put that right here.
All right, but that's one approach, right? You can find a bottle like Meiomi.
Yep.
There's a lot of wines that have knocked off this approach. This is a blend of wine from 3 counties, which is totally cool. I'm not going to knock them for that.
Okay.
They're 3 very different counties, which I am going to knock them for that. But you can find wines.
Climates?
Yes, okay. Very different climates, very different soil types. You know, it's like fusion's cool, but like Polish Thai fusion is like. Those things don't really go together. Okay. They're very different. So if you see something that's a knockoff of this, you can find them. Okay. But you know, find some Pinot Noir that has Syrah blended in. That's one approach.
I mean, I would drink that aside of turkey.
There you go.
But I'm going to trust that these other 2 are closer to what I want.
All right.
I'm trusting you.
The second one, so this one I'm actually not sure on.
Uh-oh.
This is the kind of wild card, and this one's, you know, so find a Pinot Noir that has a bit more tannin to it. So a bit more of that backbone. And this one's going to take a little bit more research on your side.
Okay.
But if you look for something that has what's called whole cluster fermentation, and you'll see that on labels sometimes.
Okay, really?
Willamette Valley Vineyards has a really popular one. This is Christum, also from Willamette. A lot of people in Oregon are doing this. So what that means is when you put the berries in your thing to ferment them, and there's different things you can use to ferment them, different types of barrels, instead of having individual berries, you take the whole grape cluster, so the big bunch of grapes, throw it all in, and ferment it that way. That means there's still stems in there, and so you get some tannin from that. So it gives you a little bit more of that dry structure.
Do other wines do that?
Usually just Pinot Noir, because if you go anything heavier than that, it gets a little too much.
Oh, okay.
So Pinot Noir beefs it up.
Beefs it up. Someone along the way must have told me, like, hey, if you're just starting to like red wines, start with Pinot Noir, right? I don't know. Someone must have mentioned that somewhere in my life. I don't know how else I would have known to start with.
So this comes to us from the Pacific Northwest.
My fave.
Bridget's favorite wine region, Oregon. And it's ecologically friendly, sustainable, all the things, which is great. Oregon does this a lot. So I'm curious what you think of this one and if this is a good approach.
Definitely taste the tannin.
It's there on the back end.
I mean, I don't love it, but
it's still
so the other to
light
me,
in body, but a lot of tannin on the back.
Yeah, so this was lighter bodied.
Oh yeah, definitely lighter bodied than the Meiomi.
So no, I don't like the blend of like a light body wine, but also too much tannin.
So what we're discovering is you just like heavy body.
Yes, I just don't we know this? If you're new to Pinkies Up, go backwards.
Bridget likes the heavier body, not the tannin.
Yes.
See, I actually thought you kind of liked the tannin.
No, I think it must have been on our October. I don't remember which one. We were talking about this, and I was like, "What is that one? It's a little too dry on the back." And he was, "Oh, that's tannin." I'm like, "Oh, I don't like that."
So, my first 2 approaches for addressing the fact that a Cabernet drinker is going to like something a little heavier were 1. Find Cabernet or Pinot Noir that doesn't taste like Pinot Noir, is heavier body, has Syrah, things like that blended in. That was a little bit of a strikeout.
It was better. I would drink that over this one, to be honest.
My second approach was find a Pinot Noir that has more tannin to it, something that through winemaking techniques, whole cluster fermentation, maybe some more oak aging, has tannin to it, that backbone in the Cabernet, also a strikeout.
I mean, you are putting up a good fight for Thanksgiving. I don't know what I'm going to do this year, okay? So you're helping me out.
I mean, in this one, there's only 400 barrels produced.
This one we just tried?
Yeah.
Wow. I wish I could have... I don't know. I mean, none of these are bad. They're just not what I would choose.
It's...
I mean, okay, so out of these 2, you prefer, I assume, the one we just drank.
Yeah, I do. It's a well-made wine. It's got the nice light red berries. It's got some savoriness, a little bit of baking spice. It's very spot on for what Pinot Noir should be. It's nice and enjoyable.
I just don't understand, like, the white-bodied wine. Like, unless I'm drinking it alongside ice cream, like, I don't know. I feel like I want it to stand up to my food.
All right, my last approach.
I'm very upset.
Buy some really freaking expensive Pinot Noir.
Perfect.
That's a really high quality from a place that makes really big-bodied, really big Pinot Noir.
Bridget's gonna love it.
Purposely. So this comes from Burgundy, France, the home of Pinot Noir.
Why do they make a big bodied Pinot?
So this is Pommard. This is a Premier Cru Pommard. So this means it's a really good vineyard.
It sounds like it's a big deal.
And Pommard, the soil types and the age of the vines and the sun exposure, along with kind of how it's on a river, all related to a river, situated to a river, all come together to make really big, bold, what we would call masculine styles of Pinot Noir. In Burgundy, you'll get what's sometimes called a feminine style, and sometimes you'll get a masculine. The feminine are from appellations that make more aromatic, beautiful, lighter bodied, and the masculine you get big, bold.
Okay, I didn't know like a big, bold Pinot existed because I never would describe Pinot that way. Maybe after this, I will. I'm nervous. What if I don't like it?
I'll drink all of it.
Okay, tune in later to see Nick after he drinks this whole bottle.
All right.
Ooh.
Pommard.
Smells closer to something I would enjoy. Oh, yeah, much better.
There we go!
Yeah. Okay. So, still lighter than what I'd want. Let me be clear, okay?
But what if you're having chicken or turkey? You eat chicken all the time, Bridget.
Yeah, but like, you're right. I don't actually, so I don't try and drink
roast
wine.
chicken?
Like, I drink wine a lot after the kids are in bed. So, like, not necessarily with my meal, but lamenting the day after the kids are asleep and it's a moment of silence. So they're separate. So I want, like, my delicious wine, almost like my dessert. So it's on its own.
But this is, I did okay.
Okay,
Tell me what you taste in this.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, delicious.
I can't, so it's a little, I don't actually want to say this, but the first thing that came to mind was that it was a tiny bit dry on the end. Drier than I'm used to.
For sure.
For a Pinot, I guess. But again, like, I couldn't even tell you the brand of any Pinot I've had recently, unless it's something you've told me to try. So, because I never purchase it. So, this, though, I could see being delicious at a Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm sure. Is it because it's the most expensive bottle?
I mean, it's not cheap.
Right. So, is there an affordable version that's like a masculine Pinot?
No.
Are there any good masculine Pinots that are affordable? No. Why? Why is that? I mean, it is a holiday, so treat yourself. But
so, let's just
okay. But maybe we don't. I'm saying treat yourself. But what is there? I mean, honestly, is there like an affordable masculine Pinot? Can you
not
think of
really.
one? No.
You know what Meiomi's trying to do is, this is like $133.
Oh, great, great. Happy Thanksgiving.
It's also very hard to find.
Oh.
Pommard's a very small area, so it really is a special combination of the grapevines are very old. The French own the land for 1,000 years, so they don't have a mortgage. They can do things the way they want. They DGAF about kind of, in America we chase trends a little bit, and the French are generally a little bit more, my father did it this way, and his father did it that way, and my father...
And we are right.
So, you can find red Burgundy that's less expensive than this. Pommard really is a special place for making Pinot Noir. If you like Pinot Noir, you deserve to, at some point, buy some Premier Cru fruit from Pommard, Beaune, some of the, I don't want to say more affordable, because it's not affordable.
More affordable
than like Romani Conti, which sells for like $1,500 a bottle.
Okay. It's all
relative. But you owe it to yourself to try some of these different appellations and these different villages and see exactly what the quality buys you. Is this $100 better than the $30 bottle of Burgundy? No, it's not. But
I mean, I am.
Is it significantly better? Heck yeah.
Yeah. I would honestly. I wish I could like mix the body of the Meiomi, but with the better taste and flavors of this. But that would be weird too. Pour two wines in one glass.
Once you start chasing that body, you just lose all the delicate. Yeah. Because there's floral notes in this. There's a lot going on.
This is so much more lovely. That's the way the regular people would describe it.
There's three different layers of flavor going on. There's some initial berries. Then you get because I get like fresh, and this wine will age for 15, 20 years, no problem. So originally I get like some fresh red berry still, and then you get some like compote and baked fruits that kind of mid-palate evolve across it. And then on the end, you definitely get a little bit, this needs some time in oak, neutral oak, but you get a little bit of that oak spice, baking spices. And aromatically, I mean, it's berry, and there's some floral in there, which is nice. I think it's really, yeah, it's...
I am consistently, I don't know, intrigued or impressed by how different, like, this is all Pinot Noir. So I haven't done a proper wine tasting since the world's been shut down, but, like, these are so different. All three of these wines, completely different. So Nick has taught me so much of that.
Here, let's bring out our World Atlas of Wine.
Oh, boy. But I mean, and it's all really, well, it's the region and the grape and the way their process, if you will, their process.
The process.
Guys, we are straight up looking up, an atlas here. What are you showing me?
Trying to find. They have this laid out weird.
Is this elevation? We're looking at what, like topography here?
Yep. So this is Pinard.
Oh yeah, okay.
And you can see.
Show the people, Nick.
There's a river over here.
It's very nice, very tiny map.
It's on. I'll maybe call Jancis Robinson and ask her if we can publish this. She won't let us. She's kind of a big deal.
Oh.
But you can see there's this huge hill that protects it from. It's a very special place. Look how tiny this thing is.
It's very small. It makes the best
See,
Pinot Noir out of
all
these
this
three.
Premier Cru, it came from right here. This vineyard, it's on the map.
Okay, buddy. So if you're not sure what to drink for Thanksgiving, Nick suggests Pinot Noir. We have a really great, I mean, honestly, you make me nervous. I think this is the second year I've asked you, at least, maybe longer, what I should drink, and you always tell me Pinot Noir, and then I always panic.
I think I brought Syrah last year.
I don't remember.
We went a little nuts at Friendsgiving last year.
Yep, it was good. What are we gonna do this year? Can we do Friends? You're in my bubble, so.
Yep.
But also sparkling wine.
Yep,
so,
sparkling wine. You could buy all Pinot Noir. You could do a Blanc de Noirs, and that's going to be all Pinot Noir. I mean, I hate to pull this trick again, but
I'm going to.
maybe just buy someone, especially like Bridget, just buy her a Blanc de Noir, and there you go.
Just pull in this trick. Or, do this. Have a little tasting. I don't know. This would be really interesting to eat alongside turkey because they're so different. Which one would be your choice? This one, because it's your favorite. But specifically...
I mean, the Christum. Meiomi is not good with food. Like, it is just straight up.
Because there's, like, so many flavors.
It's so sticky and
very
unctuous.
Flavorful. Yeah, yes. Unctuous, actually.
It's not... There's very little acidity in it. Any wine that's good with food is going to have a lot of acidity. Keep your thick one there.
Okay, guys.
So I would not recommend a Meiomi with the food ever at all. Never.
Okay.
There's a reason we don't sell it, which honestly is because the premise of our wine set is everything needs to go with food. Even disgustingly sweet wine can go with food if it's done.
We learned a little bit about that. Yeah.
However, wine that's just based on being like some huge fruit bomb just doesn't work with food.
Fair enough.
All right, so Bridget, give me the verdict.
So guys,
what Pinot Noir should you buy for a Cabernet drinker?
If you love Cab, well, guys, I guess we are buying the most expensive bottle as always.
But really, is the end result just buy a Cabernet because it ain't gonna work no matter what?
I'm gonna be drinking Cabernet on Thanksgiving. You know what? Yeah, I'm probably going to stick with Cab, I'll be honest. But you have opened my eyes, but still taught me that Pinot grapes are a little too light for my liking.
Thank you for letting me down gently, Bridget.
Sorry, man.
I appreciate it. I feel like I put my best swing at it.
Yeah.
I gave it a try.
I do like the $130 bottle, of course, but...
I didn't pay that much for it. I want to be clear. I bought it on pre-buy, direct import, personal purchase, because I know some people... But on the internet, it's selling for $130.
So you can enjoy that. It's very good. Or you can buy a Cab.
You can do that. You can do that.
I appreciate the effort, Nick. Means a lot.
One day.
One day. We'll meet on a common ground of Pinot Noir.
Maybe we should do a Merlot tasting and just,
Actually, I am very curious to go back to Merlot because, again, growing up, Merlot was for old people, but I think I'm old people now.
Next October, we're going to do Merlot. because October is Merlot month,
Oh, yeah.
they have a hashtag. It's called #MerlotMe.
Really? Oh, yeah. Yes, I've seen that floating around. But
Yep.
we're very busy with Oktoberfest in
We're
October.
very busy with Oktoberfest. But I think next October we should do some Merlots. I love Merlot. We're really deep in it on our cellar. So, we got to drink that sometimes.
I do need to expand my Merlot knowledge. So
That's a great. And it ripens more reliably than Cabernet, which in climate change is not a problem.
Well, I have some things to learn, I guess.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bridget, I'm sorry. I failed you.
If you love Pinot, we'd love to know what your favorite Pinot is. So
Have you ever tricked a Cabernet drinker into drinking Pinot?
specifically, that's what we want to know, so I can try it.
I thought about buying you Pinotage,
Oh,
which is
Pinotage?
the world's worst grape. It's
I was like, it sounds terrible. It sounds made up.
a hybrid of Pinot Noir and Cinsault, and it's a dumpster fire.
Great, thanks.
So, but it's got some Pinot Noir in it, and it's like really kind of tastes like Cabernet, kind of.
Why is it a dump? Are you telling me I like dumpster fire wine?
Well, because it was made in South Africa when there was apartheid, and they wanted something heavier bodied, and they couldn't get any real
Maybe I'd
Cabernet
like it.
because they were being embargoed by the rest of the world. But
Stay tuned, you guys.
stay tuned.
Thanks for listening in.